What is organizational design? Hey friends, Josh here, founder of HR University, and I'm here to talk to you about an important and interesting methodology used by all HR managers, which is that of organizational design. But before we begin, hit the subscribe button to get more HR content from HR University. Now let's go ahead and hop in. So what exactly does organizational design mean? Well, organizational design is a review and analysis of an organization's goals, as well as further and implementation of smart decisions that promote the right behavior and deliver the desired outcomes. Organizational design is a wide concept which purpose is to help an organization achieve its goals, aims, and strategies. And when you take a second to think about it, the organization's strategy is what determines the organizational design. So organizational design is a combination of art and strategy. You may be asking, is there a difference between organizational design and development? Compared to organizational design, organizational development is connected, but is also very different from it. Organizational development is a planned approach that keeps the performance of the organization at a certain level with the help of its staff. And when a new practice is implemented into the company, it's the organizational development that maintains it. Essentially, the organizational design creates the idea, and then the organizational development makes sure that that idea is maintained for a longer period of time and through different activities. If you have a problem, let's say that is more local, then organizational development activities can help you solve it faster. On the other hand, if the issue is linked to other parts of your organization, then a more detailed organizational design can help you make the changes. So when should you undergo organizational design? First, when implementing a new strategy or changing your current one. Everything is subject to change, and it's the only constant variable that there is. And organizations go through it all the time. Whether the reason for it is entering a new market, targeting new customers, or changing up your business model and company goals, the strategy will evolve if needed. Redesigning an organization will require a few things. One is that you'll need to consider which operations and processes have given you the best results so far. And even when changing your strategy, you can use your insights to adapt more successfully to it. From here, you can remove the excess and implement decisions and structures that will make achieving your new goals a reality. Organizations are constantly facing changes, and for that reason, implementing new strategies stands as one of the main reasons for these changes. Luckily, good organizational design can help make the most out of this change, such as evaluating company performance when it does not meet up to the standards. This is actually where the organizational design and organizational development meet. And as I've said, they're connected, but sometimes there may come a moment when they're no longer a fit with each other. And one of the most difficult things in organizational design is about what we are designing. The obvious answer would be the organization. However, what exactly is it that we are designing about the organization? So this is where the 5 organizational design principles come in handy. And these are the specialization principle, commitment and control, the principle of innovation and adaptation, and the principle of knowledge and competence, and the coordination principle. The first principle, which is about specialization, is to set boundaries in your company so that you can stimulate the creation of more specialized skills. You might find this a little strange, but if you look carefully, you'll notice it makes perfect sense. The test here is to see if there are any specialist cultures, which are entities that have to be different from the rest of the organization and have sufficient protection from the influence of the dominant culture. And on to the second one here is we have commitment and control. This principle states that you should have control, but not so much that you lose the commitment of your employees. It's all a balance game. Control the company, but let employees make small decisions too, and have them the flexibility to get feedback on larger decisions as well. Then we have the principle of innovation and adaptation. This one looks into the future. It pushes your company to be more innovative, but also adapts to the changes in the market. And we have the principle of knowledge and competence. This is a simple smart work assignment system. This principle asks that you give the responsibilities to the person or team best fit to do them. And finally, we have the coordination principle. A company has many units, and this principle works to bring all of them together. Every unit should have its own activities, but there should be coordination between all sectors, so the company goal is reached. Now let's have a look at what affects organizational design. Primarily, there are 5 factors that can affect your organizational design, and the first one is the strategy of your company. It is a guide that sets the priorities for the company, and the organizational design will only contribute to meeting those priorities. And then comes the organization's life cycle and size. For example, a company with 20 employees that can only see up to 5 years ahead will have a very different plan than a company with 2,000 employees and a 10-year working plan. Next, we have the culture. It's always an important factor to consider as well. If your employees are more prone to dedicating time to the company, then your organizational design will be easier to develop. This leads to the fourth factor, the environment. The culture of your employees is closely tied to the environment it belongs to say the least. And the last one here we have is technology. The rapid change in technology has brought and pushed all companies toward changing their organizational design. According to Strategic IT, 81% of the companies agree that IT is a strategic enabler for the company. And that's only one aspect of how important technology is. As you know from using an HRIS system or other HR software, technology can make a huge difference in how you run your HR operations and how you manage employees' effectiveness. And there we have it. In this video, we cover the concept of organizational design. And if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like it and subscribe to our channel for future HR content. And I'll go ahead and see you in some of our following videos. Cheers.